remember coming into the season, the quote unquote rumor where Deegan was injured and nobody believed it because he was in videos and nobody said anything about it. And well, this year has kind of proved that that doesn't mean anything. And this is coming from Jason Wygant saying, quote, I don't know where he got this quote, if he talked to Deegan or whatever it was, but he said, quote, I came into this season hurt with only 2 weeks on the bike, which is like only 4 or 5 days of riding. So we started the season off slow, but by the end of the season, I've shown what I'm capable of. So that's Deegan right there at the end of the season, confirming that yes, he came in injured. Nobody believed it because it wasn't announced or put on social media or it wasn't a podcast or, nobody could verify it, whatever. And that this year has proven that doesn't mean anything. Obviously, there's been a lot of Cooper Webb coming out saying he's injured, Tomac coming out and saying, "Oh, I've been injured for a few weeks," and it's just a multiplying problem. Like, it's, I'm gonna say that money doesn't drive this, like the outside money of this, gambling and whatever. But the more this sport, I don't know, grows with that or becomes part of that, or gambling becomes a bigger part of this fantasy and everything like that, these little things of hiding injuries or not fully announcing how injured you are or what's going on is really going to start to tick off a lot of people, I think. If you're putting money on these people because you think that they're fine, they're solid, obviously most of these people ride with injuries. Like by the time the second round comes around, you got something, you pulled this or that's sore, it's an inevitability. But if you're going to come out and say, at the end of the season, I've only been riding for 4 or 5 days, and yes, I was injured before that, so his wrist was probably way worse than it was actually led on to be. And if you're putting money into this sport, people betting on it, you got a lot of outside, I don't want to say pressure, but just a lot of outside things going on. It's one of those. At some point, this is going to have to change. And I've said this before. Yes, it's a contact sport. Rubbing is racing, whatever you want to say. But at some point, it's not like football where if you say, "Oh, my knee's bad," and somebody's going to go or could go and tackle you in the knee, like trying to hurt you, quote unquote. Wait, whatever. This isn't one of those sports. Like if you go on and say, "Oh, my wrist is bad," very unlikely that somebody's going to come and like karate chop you in the wrist or like really aim for your wrist. Like it may happen, you might have some beef with somebody and they might go and try and take you out, but I don't see that really going on very often. Um, Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments below if you think I am, but I made a video about this when beginning of the season saying, he was injured and there is many comments in there saying 100% false. No, he is. He's in videos with his dad. Of course he's riding in videos with on the Deegan channel. He's not injured. Wrong. He's come out and said it himself. You know, it may be about 4 months late and whatever you want to call it, but he did come out and just say, "No, I was injured and it was worse than it was." So you got to say, good job for Deegan to come out this year, even if he was injured, put on the pressure he did, almost win a championship, get his win, whatever. Like he had a really good year, I think. Obviously, I think he was supposed to be one of the top guys, where like championship contenders. But next year he definitely is, and we'll see where it goes from there. But comments below, you guys tell me. One, do you think this is going to continue? Do you think injuries are going to be hidden, continuously, or is this going to be something that changes as gambling and stuff comes in, or is it just going to be whatever? But whatever it is, comment down below. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really just helped me out and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see y'all later. Peace.